Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by again on such short notice. Today we are back with a brief edition of IDP, some post-punk, indie rock, psychedelic music, possibly even some synth pop. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is going to be the last IDP of 2024. I still have a list of albums that I did want to cover, but there just is not enough time. There will be some more videos posting in the coming weeks, but just not these specific types of douche-episodes. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. First up, we have the latest release from the Washington, D.C. band called Demonas, and it's their second full-length album. It's titled Apocalyptic Boom Boom, and it's out on In the Red Records. This is the follow-up to their 2017 self-titled debut album. I believe then a few years back they had it was either an EP or a mini LP that was also well received. Demonas are a four-piece band. It features a number, I think they're all kind of veterans of the kind of DC area punk and garage, band scene. This is, I would call it, it's post-punk, I would say, with a very prominent Farfisa organ throughout the whole album. The vocalist is from Kenya. His name is Jackie Cougar Abak. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But he has a very distinct kind of spoken word, talky vocal style. Often on many of the tracks, it's like the verses are in a spoken word style, and then the verses are semi sort of sung. Yeah, politically charged post-punk. I think that's a fair way to put it. The lyrics are definitely have some political messages. Yeah, so post-punk / garage punk, and with that Farfisa organ, so prominent, it gives it that little something extra, something a little extra sets it apart. I think the vocals could be a turnoff to some people. They're not going to work for everyone. There is some swearing, some foul language that I think could offend some of the nuns that regularly watch my videos. Yeah, the music is fiery without ever getting too abrasive, I'd say. Anyway, the band is called Demonas, and their second LP is titled Apocalyptic Boom Boom, with exclamation marks on the booms. Solid second LP, and it's out now on In the Red Records.
I'm a praying mantis on an empty beach. I'm an interloper, a hadron collider. I'm a necromancer, the DC sniper.
Next up, we have the debut LP from a Canadian collective or project called Psych, and the album is titled Can Con. This is a project of Jerry Ledger of the band The Delphis, and then for this project, it's him and then 18 other musicians and singers on the record. Notably includes Don Stevenson, founding member of Moby Grape. So this is kind of quite a strange, maybe it's a strange concept. I mean, it's not completely unheard of, but it was all recorded in one take with seemingly little to no prep for all of the guest musicians, or at least that's my understanding of it. So this LP has 5 tracks that clock in at 44 minutes. So it's like a sprawling, improvised pop psych / almost even country psych / garage pop kind of blob. It feels like it's on the template of like early 70s psychedelic rock and pop. And then as the album flows, you almost hear like early Bruce Springsteen or like Traveling Wilburys, just, vibes a little bit, but with a kind of jam band spontaneity to it. This is certainly not going to be to everyone's taste. I think it does work better. I feel like the album works better for me than I would have expected on paper. I certainly applaud the the swing being taken here. I think people that are into kind of rootsy psychedelic rock might find something to latch onto here. Once again, the band is called, or the project is called Psych, and the album is titled Can Con, and it's out on Bobo Integral.
Bell driver, warp sound, harsh realities being drowned. Crack of the head, no one's around. I'm alone in a room of mirrors. Alone in a room of mirrors. A slow build and a sad refrain. Then it all comes tumbling down. Though it can't stay out of range.
All right, now we have a band called Giant Day. They've just released, I guess this was a couple months ago now, their debut LP. It's titled Glass Narcissus, and it's out on the Elephant 6 recording company. So Giant Day is, I guess, primarily, or maybe it is completely, a duo, but it features Derek Olmsted, who was in Olivia Tremor Control, Elf Power, The Glands. He was in early incarnation of Montreal and other projects as well. And also Emily Groden of Father Circuits. She was also in the band Marshmallow Coast, which I believe Derek Olmsted was also in. I don't know if it was the same time. Will Cullen Hart of Olivia Tremor Control helped with the production on this. He actually sadly passed away, I don't know, a couple weeks ago now. Kind of crazy. I'd call this kind of dreamy, psychedelic art pop, not really sounding like any of the previous bands that these folks were in, at least not directly, just maybe a little bit on here and there on the edges. But this is something that I think that fans of Elephant 6 bands or the Elephant 6 collective could probably vibe with what's going on here. Has some funky bass, has kind of whiffs of new wave and post-punk. Both Derek and Emily sing, but I think Derek primarily is the lead vocalist throughout most of the album. Yeah, I'd say more than worth checking out for the Elephant 6 heads who might have missed this one coming out. Again, the artist is called Giant Day, which I imagine is named after the Olivia Tremor Control song called The Giant Day. And this LP, their debut LP, is titled Glass Narcissus. And again, it's out now on the Elephant 6 recording company.
Checking in myself.
This is the 6th studio album from the Swedish artist called Azure Blue, which is a project of Tobias Isaacson, formerly of Irene and Laurel Music. The album is called The Night of the Stars. This is 1980s inspired, dreamy synth pop. It's in the vein of groups like Erasure, OMD, New Order, Pet Shop Boys even, etc., etc. It's very shimmering, very pop forward, sophisticated, I would say, well-crafted, catchy synth pop tunes. This one is definitely not going to appeal to people that have an aversion to, synth pop from the 80s, because this is squarely, in that box. But those that are into it might find something here to like. Yeah, so that's Azure Blue is the artist, and again, the 6th studio album is titled The Night of the Stars, and it's out on Matinée Recordings and Logue Records.
Closer to